so very much for joining us today.
How are you, Mona? Good to see you.
Same here, same here. So we are going to get started with this media roundtable. I am waiting on Fahad Suleiman and Aziz Muhammad. I think they may be slightly delayed, but if they are on here, please let me know in the chat. There is a chat on the side where they can just let me know that they're on and I'll add them. But Governor, I want to get right into it. We have some really excited folks that are on that would like to hear more about how you are going to serve the people of New York City, what your policies are when it comes to public safety, education, housing, and other matters of interest. So Governor Cuomo, welcome. Thank you for joining us here today. And please, sir, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much. First of all, thank you very much for taking the time. I know it's a Saturday morning, a lot of other things we could all be doing. And I thank you for your time. Let me make a couple of points if I can. And touching on what you suggested, but also a sort of broader context of what's going on now. The city is in trouble on a number of levels. I had federal experience. I was the Federal Housing and Urban Development Secretary under Bill Clinton. I also had New York State experience. My father was governor 1982 to 94. I worked with him all that time, Attorney General, governor. But the federal experience is a different experience. It's not just New York City that's in trouble. You have cities all across the country that are in trouble. And there are certain common denominator problems that we're seeing. You know, when I spent 8 years in Washington, New Yorkers believe everything that happens only in New York. Not really true, I say with the New York arrogance. There are certain patterns. Cities, post-COVID, are seeing real challenges. Wealth is leaving. People are more mobile. People are moving for better schools. People are moving away from crime. You have this far left ideology that has taken over many cities. Homeless encampments all throughout Los Angeles, San Francisco, blue tarps everywhere, quality of life. So cities are struggling. New York City is typical in that way, maybe even a little better, a little worse, but typical. Public education is why young families leave, because they're not going to get a second-rate education for their children. They will go to New Jersey, they'll go to the suburbs, but they're not going to sacrifice the children. That's why I'm so adamant about mayoral control for public education, which was the best reform we ever had. It was about 40 years ago. Zoran would give up mayoral control, which would take us back to the old system. The gifted and talented program, that was the bright spot. Specialized high schools, I would double the number of specialized high schools because Stuyvesant, Bronx High School of Science, your child goes to that high school, God bless, the future is whatever they want. Public safety, we had this leftist ideology, defund the police. We have the smallest police force in modern history. I would add 5,000 police, put 1,500 in the subways, make people feel safe, and bring back the morality of the police. They're quitting at record numbers right now. They're demoralized. So restore that relationship. We're losing a lot of businesses. A lot of small businesses are closing. We have to reach out. We have to work with them better than we have been working with them now. We make it difficult for a small business, permits, regulations, requirements. Why are you torturing small business? They're your best friend. So those are probably the top issues. And then mentally ill, homeless on the streets, which is just a basic failure of government. You're not getting people up off the streets. And the housing crisis, affordability crisis, which is nationwide, which was not a revelation in this campaign. Oh, we figured out an affordability crisis. We figured it out when Donald Trump said in the presidential, I'm going to reduce the price of eggs the day I'm elected. Remember that? No answer how. I'm going to reduce the price of eggs and groceries and gasoline, by the way, the day I'm elected. So that affordability crisis has been going. On housing, there is no short answer except build more housing. We have a 1% vacancy rate. That's why housing is such a problem. You have to build more housing. It takes you 4 years to get a building permit in New York City. That is absurd. I built LaGuardia Airport in 4 years. It takes you 4 years to get a permit. Can't happen. You have to build 50,000 units of housing the first year. You increase the supply, you'll see the cost starting to come down. I would say those are the top issues. I think there's another issue that bothers me, which is the divisiveness in New York City right now. Nobody talks about it, but one of the real art forms of managing New York is managing the different religions, the different cultures, the different races. 190 different languages spoken in schools. This city belongs to everyone and excludes no one. How do you make everyone feel comfortable? And one of the ways is you allow no tolerance for any discrimination of anyone on any level. After COVID, Trump was talking about the China virus. We had a whole rash of Asian attacks that I got very aggressive about. After the 9/11 era, anti-Muslim, I got very aggressive about the Trump Muslim travel ban. I said we just would not recognize it in New York. They went to build a mosque on the 9/11 site, and there was tremendous opposition. I said, we're building the mosque. And I got Mayor Bloomberg, to his credit, to support me. And we built the mosque. We made any employment decisions based on religious garb illegal. So constantly working to try to unify and not allow anyone to feel that they are not fully protected and fully incorporated in the family of New York, okay? Nobody's a stepchild in the family of New York. Nobody gets treated like a stepchild. That I'm worried about. Specifically, you feel it about it. Israel right now and anti-Semitism, more anti-Semitic incidents in New York than any other city. But it's always there. It just changes what group sort of gets targeted. The one sidebar fact, I've enjoyed going through this campaign, and I got this from my father. I enjoy understanding the role of religion in our society and how religion influences our politics and our policy making. The universality of religion is amazing when you study it. Buddhism, Hinduism, Old Testament, New Testament, Talmud, Quran, all have the same basic platform of social justice, community, righteousness. They all have a sense of accountability. You will be accountable for your actions. And that base, if we focus on that base, that is a unifying base that can help us get past all these differences. But then I had an interesting conversation with a sheikh, not to waste your time. I am a Catholic, not a, some would say a fallen away Catholic, because I did policies that the Catholic Church didn't agree with. But right to choice, abortion, is a major issue for the Catholic Church. They were going to excommunicate my father because of it, and I have the same issue with the Catholic Church. But Catholic Church, I'm a Catholic. Zoran is Muslim. How are we doing following our policies according to our religion? I met a brilliant sheikh who we had this conversation, who was really so well versed. One of the policy differences between us is legalizing prostitution, which I think is a terrible mistake on social policy grounds. Terrible. But Zoran favors legalizing prostitution. I oppose it. Both the Bible and the Quran oppose prostitution. The Bible in the book of Leviticus opposes prostitution. The Quran says it's haram. Alcohol. Quran says no alcohol. Zoran has advocated for liquor licenses. Quran says no alcohol. Bible says it doesn't prohibit alcohol, but says you can't get drunk. So the Bible, you can drink, but you can't get drunk. Gambling, Quran says no gambling. It came up because Zoran favors the casinos coming to New York City. No gambling in the Quran. Bible, you can gamble, but you can't become indebted. So you have to win, is what the Bible is saying. So the Bible in some ways is more lenient on some of these policies. Zoran would also legalize all misdemeanors, which is serious. Misdemeanors, that's assault, prostitution, theft, shoplifting. The Bible is actually stricter on those things than the Quran is in several places. But I enjoyed learning about that and talking about that as we went through this campaign. Last point I would make is everyone talks about making change, but what nobody appreciates is you actually have to understand how government works to make change. You look at the mayors who've been successful, the mayors who knew what they were doing. And it's funny, when it comes to government, there's a total disregard for qualification. In other words, you're going to hire a journalist. You say, can you write? Can you read? Can you type? Have you ever been a journalist? Do you have any basic credential? You want to be mayor? Nobody asks, do you have any credential whatsoever? Did you ever work with Washington? Do you know how to get a bill passed in Congress? Have you managed people? New York City is 300,000 people. You have any management credential? It's a $115 billion budget. We're looking at a $6 billion deficit. Have you ever managed any finances before? Do you balance a checkbook? We have to build new jails. Have you ever built anything? Have you ever built any housing? Have you ever managed a project? Nobody asks. And that's why we get mayors who had no idea what they were doing, and they fail because literally it's not even a question during elections. I'm the opposite of that. I spent my whole life just learning government. Started with my father, I was 18 years old. I was HUD secretary in my 40s. HUD is a $30 billion agency. And then 11 years as governor, balanced the budget every year, attorney general. So I think knowing how to make change, and I can promise you this, nobody will make more change faster in New York to improve people's lives than I will. Because I know how to do it. And also, by the way, I have the personality to do it. Because whenever you go to make change, they beat you up. And I don't have a problem getting beaten up anymore. I went to build LaGuardia, they beat me up. I did it anyway. It's the best airport in the United States. Kennedy Airport, Second Avenue Subway, Kosciuszko Bridge, Mario Cuomo Bridge, Shirley Chisholm Park. Every one of them. They gave me a very, very difficult time. But part of learning the job is to know, yeah, you can't make everybody happy all the time. And if you try to make everybody happy, you wind up making no one happy. So on my word, nobody will get more things done. And that's what we need more than anything. We need progress. Stop with the talk. People are desperate. We need progress. And that's what I would bring. Let me stop there. I'm sorry for going on so long, but I just was excited about our conversation.
Thank you. Thank you, Governor, for sharing your platform with us. I have now added Fahad Suleiman. Fahad, your camera is lopsided. You're kind of to the side. Can you? Yes, much better. And for our publishers and our journalists online, we will start the Q&A shortly after Fahad's remarks. Thank you. Fahad, you are on mute.
Okay. Thank you so much. Good to see
There
you.
you are.
Thank you, Governor, to see you. So
Good to
happy to
see
see
you.
you. Good morning.
Good to see you.
Sunday morning. I know it's a very busy day.
Yes. It is
So
Saturday morning, by the way.
good morning. Yes.
I said Saturday before. Shows one day just blends right into the next.
I know. Thank you to all our ethnic medias, South Asian, all medias. We always appreciate and support. We need your support. As you know that without media, the things what we need to say is not gonna be published. Through you, we want to reach to the people, and you are the basic core, all electronic and printing media. Our voice will be going through you. I'd like to thank our Governor Cuomo for all his support for our community he's doing right now. He's going to mosque, he's going to everywhere. And we need a person, an experienced person who has done so many good things during the time of COVID. We shouldn't forget those days. No one has done that, what he had did during the time of COVID. I know people have a wonderful mind to forget, but that's the problem with us. We shouldn't forget what he did during the time of COVID. If we remember that, we should support him. We should support from our heart to make this city a great city one more time, the great city in the world, because we all know New York City is the capital of the world. And what's going on, we suffer every day. I don't want to talk about this. The media's flow today. Just want to give you one thing. Lot of lies are going on right now. He's in support of Palestine. talking about that rights and all these things, but he's going to a synagogue, meeting with the rabbi, and he's saying that my forefathers are Jewish. This is all in the medias. And when he goes to a place, he's yesterday in a press conference, he's saying that he didn't say that decriminalization, he didn't say that he support prostitution. We are lying, but this is another lie. We all have the videos. He said decriminalization, all these things of prostitution, which is the same thing as legalization of prostitution. Then he raised $65 million for the gender change and all these things. Our kids will not need our permission, parents' permission, to do those things. He already raised $65 million, and he has a plan of raising a lot of money into it. And I'm thankful to Mr. Cuomo that he's supporting our Muslim community now. People learn that what good and what not good. So now he's supporting our community in every aspect, especially the South Asian community, all our Muslim, Hindus, we are brothers. We never thought that we're going to talk about religion, all these things in an election. This is the first time such a dirty election I've been seeing, where ethnicity and religion get priority rather than agendas for the cities. Anyway, thanks all our South Asian medias for joining us, and that's it. Please, I'd like to request, please, let's go for our Cuomo, our Governor Cuomo, to be the mayor of this city, to make this city a great city. No one has that experience like Mr. Cuomo has it, and he knows, he's a New Yorker, he knows, he born in this city, and he knows what to do and what not to do for this city. We all love you, and our support is with you, and let's go to the media. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much for the kindness. Mona, are you going to?
Are you there?
Okay, yes, sorry about that. So thank you, Fahad. We are going to open the floor to our publishers and journalists. I'm going to start to bring everyone on screen one by one. We have 4 people already in the queue to ask questions. This is the order of the questions. We are doing 1 question per round. So 1 question, everyone that needs to ask a question, and then we will go, if time permits, to the second round. So the order for the questions now beginning are Nupur Chowdhury, Kaushik Ahmed, Begram Pandit, and then Sunil Hali. So please keep in mind the order of the questions. We ask that you not interrupt or interject, and we will do our best to get to everyone in the first round. 1 question per round. Thank you, and we'll start with Nupur Chowdhury.
Thank you so much. I'm Nupur Chowdhury, Head of News NC News and Media House. And thank you so much, Mr. Cuomo, for your interview in the Nupur Chowdhury show. And many Bangladeshis have changed their mind after watching it. And thank you again. And today I have a question regarding one particular concern. Your opponent, Johran Mamdani, wants to decriminalize sex workers. What is your stand on this very sensitive issue? And thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you very much. First of all, I don't think it's that sensitive an issue. I was a district attorney, assistant district attorney in Manhattan when I first started. The district attorney's name was Robert Morgenthau. He was legendary. So I was an assistant district attorney. I was a prosecutor. The prostitution always involves a web of criminal activity. Women are often sex trafficked. Women are often addicted to drugs, and therefore they become prostitutes to feed the drug habit. They're exploited by men, and they're prostitutes because the men are exploiting them. And it is universally degrading to women and wholly destructive of neighborhoods. There's Roosevelt Avenue in Queens. You walk down the block with your child, you see prostitution all along the street. I've fought legalizing prostitution all my life. I fought it every year as governor, every year. And there would be a small group of radical elitists who would say what Zoran says, sex work is work, and therefore it should be legal. Sex work is work. I don't even know what that means. Being a murderer is work. Being a hitman is work. Being a hitman is work. Work is work. No, you're not allowed to go kill people. That's illegal. So I think it is terrible. This small group of extremists, which is Zoran is now part of, well, women have, you're interfering with a woman's right. I'm not interfering with a woman's right. No person has a right to break the law to begin with. And I also think it's so hypocritical. I said to a group of legislators when they proposed this, I said, do you hope your daughter's going to grow up to be a prostitute? Do you go home and say to your wife, honey, I think you should be a prostitute? Not your daughter, not your wife, but some other woman, it's okay. No, I think he is exactly wrong. I think it would create more crime, more health issues. I think more women would die. A lot of prostitutes die because they're abused. There's no romance in prostitution. So I am 100% against it. And I have been my entire life. And I fought this bill every year as governor. And I won every year as governor. Did I answer your question?
You're mute, Nupur Chaudhary.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next question, please.
The next question will be from Kaushik Ahmed. Kaushik, could you ask your question? Kaushik, you on mute. Okay, thank you. You are still on mute.
I'm here.
Okay, good.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Governor. My name is Kaushik Ahmed. I publish weekly Bengali newspaper for 35 years and for this Bangladeshi community. And first of all, I want to thank you for the nice introduction you just rendered a few minutes before. My question is, when you become a mayor of New York City, can we expect to see a South Asian origin or specifically any Bangladeshi in a major role in your administration?
Short answer is yes. And let me tell you, yes. And I'd be very excited about that. The South Asian community is growing in New York, and it's a tremendous asset for New York City, right? My people are from Italy. My grandfather came over, no money, couldn't speak the language, and he was a ditch digger. He was a laborer, my grandfather. Andrew. I'm named for Andrew. The South Asian community is coming. They're bringing strength. They're building the city. Real power in New York City is not economic power. It's political power. And the South Asian community should become a more integrated part of the government and the political system. Run people for office, participate in campaigns like you're doing here. But yes, I would like to have more. It's not I would like to have. I promise you, I will have more South Asians in senior level positions than any administration in history.
Specifically from Bangladeshi community?
And the Bangladeshi community, which, by the way, does a phenomenal job in public service already. I mean, how many traffic enforcement agents, et cetera, they've really made a great sacrifice. So yes, specifically. That's probably one of the best ways I can serve the community. And then also, you learn what the issues are because they're part of your administration. So the communication is direct.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Governor.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Our next question is going to be Begum Randit. Please unmute yourself, sir.
Thank you so much. I'm Begum Pandit from Triveni Times News Network. Welcome, Governor Cuomo. I would like to welcome him. I had a couple of questions, but like host says, you have one question per round, so I'm going to ask only one question. And my first question was also similar to my previous journalist asked about the community engagement and the representation. When you are elected, how your administration will help increase the political representation and civic participation of the Nepali American community? Would you consider appointing a Nepali American representative to advisory boards or diversity councils? Governor Cuomo? Thank you.
Short answer is yes, I would consider that, but I want to do more than that. I've had, we have advisory boards, diversity boards, etc. I would want Nepalis in the administration, in full-time jobs, in senior positions. So it's not just we meet once a month on an advisory board, but you have a representative in the administration who is in contact with your community, who talks to me every day, talks to the senior people every day, and is an integrated part of the community, part of the government. You don't want to be on an advisory board. You want more than that. You don't want to be on a diversity board. We're past diversity. You are New Yorkers. And you want to be part of the New York government. That's what you want. You want more than an advisory board. You want senior positions in the government, and that's what I'll do.
Thank you so much.
I'll look to you. The person has to be qualified. So I'll look to you to find qualified people. But yes, that's what you want. You want more than an advisory board.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question, and we're going to have to wrap up soon. There are questions that we received in the Q&A, and we will follow up with you on those questions, but we will provide the governor with a copy of your questions to respond directly. But right now, we will have Manjur Hussain and Sunil. So, Monsieur Hussein, could you please come on and ask your question?
Manju bhai, are you there?
Okay, well, he may have difficulty getting on. We will go to Sunil.
Thank you. Good morning, Governor. It's a pleasure to see you always.
Yes,
You
good.
were our oxygen line during the COVID. You were assuring, reassuring all the times, and we really felt good that we have a life ahead. I have multiple questions, but in the time, I am the publisher of the Indian Eye News Group, which is the 26 years as a publisher, multiple in language and English language newspaper, and the largest radio network, which is out of New York, 10,000 watt, 540 AM. So we are the voice for the community. These are very difficult times, generally, as you see it, and I'm sure you know about it. We have a very challenging relationship between India and America at Washington, D.C. Of course, your mandate is right now for New York City. The immigrants are very worried. The ICE attacks is giving them insecurity. Students who are studying or landing, coming back from India are worried. And the worst part is community is very divided. India is certainly a land for everybody, but somewhere we see suddenly in New York, there is a division, Hindus versus Indians. I never heard that before. You're an Indian, you're an Indian. But right now, it is Hindus versus Indians. How do you see bringing it about?
Well, first, you raised two different issues. On the immigration part of it, you are right, that is very frightening. And it's frightening for many communities, but especially for yours. I am very much, as I said, I am an immigrant. Think about it, just one generation ago, my grandfather, one generation. And then my father went to public school, became governor. One generation. So I'm still an immigrant. I will protect immigrants in New York 100%. I started something when I was in the state called the Liberty Defense Fund. If there's any federal challenge, I will provide a lawyer free of charge. I fought with Trump every day when I was governor. And, you know, I know how to fight with Trump. And Trump doesn't want to fight with me unless he can avoid it. Let him go fight with California. New York is a very tough fight. So I will stand up against Trump. The division within the community is hard. You know, even during this campaign, I think Zoran stoked a lot of anger with the Hindu community, with Modi, etc. I don't have the answer on how to resolve it. I would do whatever I can do to be part of the solution. If there's a way I could help with discussions, bringing people together, I would do that. But I can't tell you what the answer to solve it is on this discussion.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Governor. I'm sorry, everyone, but we are out of time, but I do have everybody's questions. I would just like.
Can we do a few more if people have time?
Yes.
If people have to step off, that's fine, but.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, great. So is Monjir Hussein on here? Okay, so we will continue. If you can raise your hand if you would like to ask a question. Mr. Saeed, yes, please go ahead with your question, sir.
Saeed needs to unmute.
Right, bye. Unmute you. I saw you there. Nazmul bhai is also there.
Mona, can you unmute him maybe?
Hello, Dalit.
You hear me?
Nazmul bhai is there.
Do you hear me?
Yes, Said
We hear
bhai.
you, yes.
Oh, Mr. Governor,
How are
my
you?
question, a lot of things you just said that about what you're gonna do and ethnic community, what we can get served. But my question is little different. Do you have any plan in 2028 for the American presidential campaign? Do you have a vision that?
Why, do you want to run?
Definitely, I will be happy if I can say my governor is now the supreme of this beautiful land.
How about this? If you run, I will support you.
No, I'm talking about you.
I know. Look, the answer is no. My political career, when I was HUD secretary, I was on the short list to be vice president when Al Gore was running. During COVID, I was the most popular politician in the country. And everybody said, oh, Cuomo's going to run for president, run for president, run for president, which, by the way, is what made me a target for the far left, right? Because they consider me a moderate Democrat. And you have this new far left in the Democratic Party. AOC, Bernie Sanders, Zoran, the socialists. They're socialists. They're not Democrats, by the way. And that made me a target. So I have achieved greater things in politics than I thought I would. I feel very good about everything I've done. I feel very good about COVID because it was scary and I felt I did a good job there. So I'm happy. I have one thing I want to do. I want to turn this city around and make it the greatest city in the world. I want to do that. Let me do that. Put me in the box. I'm happy. That's my only aspiration. I want you to say to me 4 years from now, you know what? You did what you said you were going to do. You turned New York City around. You've made our community feel welcome in a way we never felt welcome before. And New York City is stronger because of you. And New York City is our home. And taking care of our home is our first priority. I have no plans beyond that.
Thank you.
Hey, Mona, can I just interrupt one quick
Yes.
30 seconds? We have Nasir Ali Khan Paul. Governor Nasir Ali Khan Paul is really, we call the Columbus of Bangladeshi community. He's really a big brother to us. He shows us many guidance. But most importantly, he's actually on the other side of us, meaning he's a chairman of the Bangladeshi Republican Club. But he has joined us and he's actually bringing his entire team to join Cuomo's campaign. So Nasir Ali Paul Bhai, if you can give him a second to just to say hello.
Please.
Nasir Bhai. Paul Bhai, if you can unmute yourself. Fantastic.
Unmute Paul bhai, please. Yeah.
Thank
You hear me?
Yes.
Good morning, Governor.
Good morning.
It's nice to see you.
This is
I'm here representing my Republican Bangladeshi community, but still, with your opponent's agenda, he's going to destroy this city. We know for sure. I'm living in this city 50 years. I have my name as a Bangladeshi on Ellis Island, immigrant wall. I'm proud of that. And that's why I'm supporting your policy. And if Mamdani comes, that's why my message to the South Asian, that if Mamdani comes, we call him a communist. No matter how he wants to mold it, that he's a socialist, he's an extreme socialist, is equal to communist. We New Yorker don't want to stand on line for a loaf of bread like Venezuela or North Korea or Cuba. We want to make this city great, and you are here, you are experienced. My question to you, for my audience, could you convince them why the South Asian will vote for you, but not to choose a South Asian, your opponent candidate, Mamdani?
Because I represent the South Asian community better than he represents the South Asian community. I represent their value. The South Asian community is not pro-prostitution. They are not socialists. They're not for degrading public education. That's not what the South Asian community is. He is trying to appeal, he assumes he has the South Asian community, so he's trying to appeal to the far left. The South Asian community is not a far left political philosophy. I haven't met anyone in the South Asian community who said to me, I'm a socialist, I'm a communist, I don't believe, he doesn't believe that property should be privately owned. That's their position. The South Asian community is pro-law and order. I represent the South Asian community better than he does, and I will include the South Asian community in my administration in a way he never will. And I will get things done for the South Asian community in a way he never could. This is a two-term assemblyman. He signed 3 bills, passed 3 bills. He doesn't know the first thing about how to make change in government. You don't just, this is not your first job, mayor of New York. Mayor of New York, God forbid, any day there could be a hurricane, a flood, a COVID, a Legionnaire's disease, mass murder, any day. He has no qualifications to deal with that. It would be dangerous, literally dangerous. He alienated all the police. He said the police are wicked, corrupt, anti-queer, and the police are a threat to public safety. How do you then manage the police after you said that about them? And police, that's the basis of public safety. So I know I'm not South Asian, but I represent the South Asian community much better than he does. And, you know, we assume that, oh, I'm Italian, he's Italian, he must be like me. No, he, by the way, most Italians are Republicans. So they're not with me in the first place. But no, I know he's South Asian, but I am much more representative of what matters to you than he is.
Thank you. You make me happy. It's a wonderful answer. And can I ask you one more thing? Can you congratulate my President Trump for bringing the ceasefire in the Middle East?
I'll tell you this. First, it's not finished yet, your president, who, by the way, I know all my life. We both grew up in Queens.
Yeah.
So I know him. He supported me in all my races. He contributed to me in all my races. Don Jr. contributed to me. Since I was Attorney General, he contributed to my father. But if this peace deal becomes final, congratulations to him.
Thank you. Governor, we have, in the first round, we have one last question from Anam Chowdhury from Channel 52, who didn't have a chance to ask a question. And then we have two follow-up questions from Begum and Sunil. I don't know if you'd be able to stay on and respond to their questions, but we can also submit the questions to you.
No. You've been very generous with your time on Sunday morning. So let's do those three.
Okay, so Anam?
Yes. Good morning, Governor.
Good morning.
I am Anam Chaudhary, the owner of Channel 52. I have very simple question to you. What will be stand on immigrant if you are elected mayor?
I will support the sanctuary city law. I passed a sanctuary city law for the state. Then the city passed the sanctuary city law. So I will 100% support that law. And as I mentioned before, I'm going to set up a program like I did when I was governor, a legal defense fund. Anyone who's challenged will have a lawyer paid for by the city.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is one last question? Is Nazmul of Porichai there?
I have one question too from Pakistani media.
Okay, so hold on, everyone. Please, let's just go in the order. So we have Begum, we have Sunil, and who did you just say, Fahad?
Mohsin Zahir from
No, Nazmul. Nazmul is not there. Okay.
Okay. We will, if the governor permits, with time, we will answer the last four questions. Fahad, the gentleman you just spoke about, if he
Yes.
could just send me a message so I could see where he is. But
Mona, just 30 seconds. We have not given a chance to the Pakistani community newspaper, so I think we should consider Parvez to ask a question if we can, please.
okay,
Yes,
please
my
text
name.
his
Yeah,
name.
my name is Mohsin Zahir. Urdu name.
Okay, Muhsin, we are in the second round and we did the first round of questions. So, Dilip, please send your name, but we'll start with Begum, Sunil, Muhsin, and the gentleman from Pakistani News, if that's okay with the governor for time.
Please.
Okay, thank you, sir. Begum?
Thank you so much again. My second question was again about public safety and anti-discrimination. I would like to ask Governor one question: that what special steps your administration will take, what current mayor hasn't taken against hate crimes and discrimination for immigrant communities, including minorities like Nepalese American, when you are elected? Thank you.
I would be much more aggressive than they have been. Much more aggressive. I have no tolerance. I passed the most aggressive hate crimes law in the United States of America when I was governor. I was the most aggressive in policing any hate crime discrimination case. And I was the most aggressive in policing police actions where they may be discriminating because of a person's race, color, creed. I am, as I said to you, I'm very highly influenced. I still feel like an immigrant. I still hear my grandfather and my father saying how they were treated different because they were Italians. And the stereotype was that the Italians were dirty people. And you didn't want the Italians in the neighborhood because they were dirty and because they were involved in crime, right? The mafia stereotype. That's very much who I am. So I'm very aggressive against any stereotyping, any discrimination, anyone being treated different because of their race, religion, creed. And I did that in law, and then I did that in practice. And we have to be much more aggressive right now. Because if you cannot allow discrimination of anyone, anywhere, anytime. Period. Period. No tolerance.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. We will now go to Sunil.
Thank you. Once again, Governor, New York is the business capital of America. India is the fastest growing economy. Would you visit India during the current Prime Minister's tenure? And if Prime Minister Modi comes to New York, will you meet him?
Yes, and yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. We will now go to
Mohsin Zahid.
then we will go to Indrajit, and that will be the final question. Thank you, Muhsin.
Yes. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. Cuomo, I've been your admirer for 20 years now. When I started my newspaper, the Indian Panorama, you were the first person to send me a congratulatory message. Thank you so much for doing that. And I look forward to having you as the mayor of New York, much though there are so many challenges before you, not only Mamadani, it is the challenge of New York City itself. For example, you have touched upon policing, very fine. We need to have a very smart police to see to it that the people are safe and that the tourists who come to New York stay safe. At the same time, I would like to draw your attention to one issue. That is of the infrastructure in New York City. You go through the city and you see the condition of roads. They are simply not to the standard of a world-class city. They remind me of a third world country roads, you know. The second thing is so much insanitation in the city. Is this the impression we want to create on the people who come from different parts of the world about New York and about USA? And then on top of it, sir, the transportation system, it has gone from bad to worse. It's not as clean as it should be. It's not as efficient as it should be. And these are the things that concern people every day of their lives. Second, sir, that I would like you to please consider in all seriousness, once we are in America, once we have got the citizenship here, we are all Americans, period. All this talk of South Asian communities, Latino communities, and those communities, this should stop. We are all Americans, and there is no permit, no quota, no reservation of the third world countries here. So any of my people asking for a share for a seat at the table of administration, I'm personally opposed to it. It should all be based on the talent of the people, the commitment of the people, the vision of the people. And thank you so much for having listened to me. Thank you so much, Mr. Cuomo. Please address these issues too. Thank you.
Thank you. I am a very operational person. I'm a manager. And if your point about the infrastructure and the cleanliness is 100% right. I will be very aggressive in repairing the look, cleanliness, modernization of the city. Because when you drive through the city now, the dirt, you get in the subways, the smell, the FDR Drive in Manhattan. But when you get to 42nd Street, the potholes are so bad, it slows traffic. I built LaGuardia Airport, Kennedy Airport, all the new upstate airports, Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse, Albany. I opened the Moynihan Train Hall across the street from Penn Station. You should go in there. It's beautiful. Fix the roads. Fix the roads. It's very simple. Clean the city. Clean the city. And it's very simple, but it has a very big impact. Because people, like when you now land at LaGuardia Airport, you say, wow, look how well New York is doing. Look at the new LaGuardia. It has an effect. So I agree with you. We'll redo all the roads. We'll clean the city. That should be the ethic. I also agree that New York has to be the model of assimilating different cultures, and then we are one community. And that's more important for us now than ever before.
Thank you. Thank you, Governor. We just have, I just want to do just the last two questions with one of them, Governor, being Pulak, who should have been in the first round. So Pulak, and then we close with Mohsin, and thank you, everyone. But that will be all for the questions after these last two questions. Thank you, Governor, for your time.
Thank you.
We appreciate it very much. And I'm sure we can, work on maybe doing a follow-up roundtable.
Yep.
But let's go with Pulak, and we'll close with Mohsin. Pulak, are you there? Pulak from TBN 24, are you there?
Okay, we can move to the next one.
So we will close with the final question from Mohsin.
Hi, Governor Cuomo. Thank you very much for being with us.
Can
you listen?
Can I ask you a question first? How do you have this camera working that we can see you talking into the camera?
Yeah, you're a very smart guy. I wanted to record this Zoom meeting, but it is not letting me do so. So I'm using the other phone to record my question and your answer.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, Mr. Governor, thank you very much for being with us. My question is, and this is also a question in the minds of a lot of New Yorkers. And question is, would you like to share your thoughts that how do you figure out that you are gonna win November 4th election? And please respond this question by keeping your political opponents' views and claims that they are ahead in polls, and then some are of the view that as long as Curtis Silva is in the race, it would be very hard for you to win the race. And my last part of the question is, would you like to seek endorsement from Mayor Eric Adams, sir?
Okay. Here's the bottom line. The current numbers are 43 Zoran, 33 me, 15 Curtis Sliwa. Curtis Sliwa cannot win. He's the Republican. That's why, to my friend who's the chairman of the Republican committee, the Republican has no chance. I'm a Democrat. Zoran is a socialist. That's the only two people who can win, me or Zoran. So the choice is between a Democrat or a socialist. not a South Asian and an Italian, a Democrat and a socialist. Curtis is at 15 points. Some people say Curtis Sliwa is going to drop out. I don't know, but some people think he's going to drop out because the Republicans don't want Zoran to win. Trump has said he thinks Zoran is a communist, and he thinks it would be terrible for a communist to win New York City. So Curtis, as the Republican, may drop out. If he does not drop out, I don't believe Republicans are going to vote for Curtis at the end of the day, knowing that he can't win. And a vote for Curtis is a vote for Mandami. A vote for Curtis is a vote for Mandami. And Trump even tweets basically a vote for Curtis is a vote for Mandami. So I think the Republicans are going to follow Trump's advice, which is we can't elect Mandami because he's a communist, and Curtis has no chance of winning. So I don't think the 15 for Curtis is there on election day. I think I get the bulk of the 15. That's how I think I win. I am going to seek the endorsement of Eric Adams. And I think if I had to guess, I would guess that he would endorse me, but he hasn't said anything yet.
And Governor Cuomo, last question is, are you going to consider ethnic and community media for your campaign advertisement also? Because, you know, this media contribute a lot, and big outreach to the immigrant community is a major source, is the ethnic media, sir.
Very aggressively. We're in the middle of planning that right now.
Thank you so much.
Can I ask one question, Mr. Governor? Mona? Just a small
Go ahead,
question.
Moon. Go ahead. One more.
Governor loved it.
Not mine.
Governor loved it.
How are you?
Thank you. Thank you, Governor. I'm again, this is Kaushik Ahmed from Weekly Bengali newspaper. This is my second question. And I know that there is an office in the City Hall named Mayor's Office of Ethnic and Community Media. Now they have very limited programs. So when you become the mayor of this city, so will you expand the activities and the programs of that office?
100%. 100%.
Thank you. Thank you. And for my fellow publishers, many of you know me from Little African News, and you know I'm very outspoken when it comes to ethnic and community media. And I will tell you that the governor supports us 100%. So we are in good hands. Governor Cuomo, thank you so very much for joining us today.
Governor, I just have a quick question, Katrina. Governor Cuomo, you want to say something for our community through this ethnic media? Please, what do you want? If you could tell them the final conclusion before we leave.
Yeah, well, first of all, you've all been very generous with your time. And second, the South Asian, Italian, Black, Jewish, that's not what this is about. We're all New Yorkers. You will never have a mayor who is more dedicated and effective for the South Asian community than I would be. You have my word on that 100%. If I win 4 years from now, you will say, no one did more for us than Mayor Cuomo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
All the best. All the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Governor.
Thank you. Thank you.